All right, here we go. For those of you who might be following gotta kill the music there. For those of you who follow the game, yeah, I have picked up a little bit of some new music. I found that in many respects, the soundtracks for some video games seem to be DRM free, although technically they're not. I think it's probably because people don't really enforce them. However, Facebook is a super stickler. So one of the songs from Mass Effect that I had in there just for vibe purposes got flagged on Facebook, although YouTube didn't have a problem with it, so it is what it is. Oh well. All right, so we're down a couple people, just real life stuff. It happens. But the rest of us are here, and we are ready to game some Mass Effect. So if we want to do a quick recap, anybody got some notes? Everyone's all,
notes. I might want those.
I know Todd doesn't. He wasn't here for last game.
Todd, why don't you tell us what happened last game?
So it's really funny. So there was this unicorn and then this werewolf. Oh, sorry.
Oh, and per usual,
which could totally happen in the werewolf game.
Yeah, this is true. This is Wednesday, not Monday, though.
Basically, we just had a little shore leave at Discovery, capital on Horizon. Hung out, ate some local food. Found out that one of the locals has had some shipments going missing, and we put some disparate pieces of intel together and discovered that they were only a few parts shy from what looked like they could build a military spec generator, which caused some alarm. And so we went back to town to speak to the local leader, which was Chief Ashley Williams, and let her know. And then we spoke to the person whose stuff has been missing. And wait, did we actually speak to her, or did we get that far?
No, I believe we just spoke with Chief Williams, and she asked us to look in and contact Robin. We hadn't actually contacted them.
Okay. My notes end at Private Jensen, so missed
priorities. Because you met Private Jensen first.
Yeah, before meeting Chief Williams.
Right, so you kind of overlapped your notes there. You probably ended with Private Jensen because you specifically told Chief Williams, if you get a message from Private Jensen, just go ahead and
disregard. He was not a lot of help. My charisma was not super helpful last time. And I'm such a people person.
You are.
Sort of.
So we pick up. Everybody is back at the Raptors Cove at this point. It's a new day, a new life, and I'm feeling good. There is the sound of chaos coming from the mechanical bay. It sounds like perhaps some tools got dropped and hit the floor really hard. And since pretty much everything in this place is metal, with the exception of maybe some places that have like laminate mats or something laying down, sound like that tends to carry.
You gotta put some drapes up here so it's not so noisy.
Is that where I'm working right now? Or is that...
Yes, that is.
Okay, cool.
I guess I'll go see what the fuss is about.
Okay.
I'm gonna be excited. Yes.
Yeah, you end up hearing a rather semi-robotic voice, elated, yelling "Eureka" and whatnot, and you realize it's the voice modulation box from Praza's suit. Going into overtime as he's yelling for some reason in rather exuberance.
Come on, stand up. You can do it. Stand up. Slowly.
Okay.
Yes!
What's going on in here?
Oh, hey.
So you end up seeing a what looks to be some sort of a robot. On the larger, somewhat slender side, none of the coloring matches whatsoever. So, like, it has one silver arm and then one like jet black arm that
Scrapyard special.
Yeah, it looks a little bit different, and there's primer and scratch marks everywhere. So, I mean, it literally is Junkyard Special. It's it's Frankenmech. The head to the unit looks like it was probably pieced together from two different types. It's mostly a base of the Loki style Cerberus unit like head, which those types of security drones are actually pretty common. They just happen to catch a bad rap from Cerberus in general. But it actually has eyes. The Cerberus units don't actually have eyes. It has like just kind of a solid faceplate and LED sort of look to it. It actually has two functioning eye sockets.
My photoreceptors.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they look kind of clunky like that, and the head itself was jury rigged a little bit so the two pieces would actually fit in there correctly.
Where did you get this?
Okay, well, the left arm came from when we were the service bay where we got the food from that planet. It was in the discard pile. I didn't steal it. And the right arm, when we were in the mine shaft, I got the right arm from one of the drones that was there. And
So you made this?
Oh yeah, I've been working on it for a while.
So that's what you've been up to down here.
Oh yeah. He moves now. Here. Turn around. Show her how you move.
So it looks like it's doing like a system check right now. So it rather than just move, it does like arm movement and then with the fingers trying literally running down the entire system to make sure all the joints, all the parts are working upon command.
He's booting up for the first time. He's just going through he's testing all his abilities at this point.
Well, it looks like he'll be ready for the hokey pokey in no time.
I don't know about the hokey pokey.
And so then it raises one leg, like stands there, and then puts it down, raises another leg, and puts it down, and goes up and down just to make sure the actuators are like working. It makes a weird. I mean, it's like all the parts are lubricated correctly, but because the parts don't necessarily match and it has a unique sort of
Right.
Yeah, kind of a grind to it a little bit. And then it turns around, and then you end up seeing like the eyes kind of light up real quick, and then it like looks around, for a second, and then you end up hearing what sounds like somebody speaking through a very bad walkie-talkie, like a lot of static. And so then it takes its hand and then slams it into its chest, a couple times. Almost, you're getting the impression almost like it was coughing, like. And
I'm sorry. I'm going to work on that. I'm so sorry. that was I need to upgrade that. I know I can get a better voice box for you. I am so sorry.
So it turns and it turns and it's like, I can speak, and it's
There we go!
and it's this very effeminate anime style voice, and she looks around, she's like, oh goodness, I can move, and she like starts jumping up and down. Ha 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 ha! Yatta!
Wait a second. You were I don't know how to ask this question. Would you identify yourself as
Ohio.
female?
It like turns and looks at you.
Do you identify yourself as female?
It's then it says, oh no, I identify as Super Personal Protection Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Okay. That works. I thought, okay, I'm used to calling drones he, but you definitely sound like a lady.
I would not know. My parts do not match, Master.
No, I'm working with you on that. I'm slowly putting you together. I'm Praza. I think I programmed into you, so Praza run. Narnima, that's bold. You may call me Praza. I'd rather
Yes,
Praza
you are
than-
Quarian. You picked
Yes.
me.
This is Doran right over here. Would you rather she call you a different name other than, or is Doran okay?
Oh, Ohio Doran-sama. She bows.
Just Doran's fine.
Just Doran. Like reaches out and then touches like just your shoulder, like real quick.
And don't call her just Doran. It's Doran. She's saying it's Doran. Don't call her just.
So there's
Doran.
like a little chiming sound or something.
Pleasure
to meet you, Doran.
We have others here. Cassius is with us. Kel is with us. Tella is with us. This is our home. So excited to have built you. I'm so excited that you're meeting her. This is so exciting. So just to catch you up, Doran. I'm sorry. I've learned how to make drones, the basic drones, the eyeball drones. Maybe you've seen those before. I learned how to make those. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to take the AI from that eyeball drone and make it permanent, and that's where Juggernaut's coming from. She's coming from making a permanent form. I need a name for her. Juggernaut, do you have a name that you'd like to be called, or?
I am Super Personal Protection Juggernaut.
Super
or SPPJ.
That's SPPJ. All right.
Maybe PJ.
I could do PJ, or since there's two P's, I could call you SP2. Which would you like, PJ or SP2?
I do not have a preference, Master.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go with you on this, Doran. I'm going to call her P2J because there's two P's in there. So I'm just going to it's like a PJ, but P2J. She's like my protege, so she's P2J. All right. So Juggernaut, your name. If I call you, I'm going to call you P2J. All right. Or if I'm really in a hurry, I might just say P2. Come over here. So it's either going to be P2 or P2J is your full name. Can you go with that?
Does this mean I have a nickname?
Yes, this is your nickname. Your nickname is P2J and also P2.
That has been committed to memory banks. I am now P2J.
What is her functionality?
I've noticed
I am to protect the master.
Yes, that's defense is her main objective.
That's a worthy cause.
Yeah. She's not good with like weapons, but she's her arms. P2, lift your arms up. Show her how, you know. So
okay. So she pulls up her her arms and her hands and makes like, fist look, motions or whatnot. She says, I can punch and kick really well. Ha!
Yes.
Ha! Ha!
P2J, what fighting styles are you programmed with?
I didn't program her. I programmed her to hit and punch. That's all I don't know how to fight myself. So.
Oh, I'm sure we could do better than that.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. My work is calling me in right now. I have a bit of an emergency, so I'm gonna have to drop.
oh no!
Oh,
I thought you
wow.
were a
Okay.
character.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
lame.
I'll try to be back on as soon as I can, but I don't know how intense of an emergency this is.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
All right. So Tella's going to sleep.
Dang it.
Oh, you lost me? Oh, it has to readjust.
Yeah, no, I thought I had a different screen, and I guess I don't.
Man, is it a full moon tonight?
Yeah, I guess so. Whoops. Cycling through everything. Here we go.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I...
So let me just move Todd over real fast. Oop, that is not the right one. That is the right one.
Actually, we have a full moon in
3 days.
3 days.
So we're close.
Apparently, it's called a snow moon. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. That's new for me.
Okie doke. And then there we go. Okay, so we're back.
Okay. Doran, I mean, I know you know how to fight. Do you know a fighting style?
Of course. I mean, typically, I fight Asari style, but I've picked up a few things here and there.
Okay. I mean, all I programmed her literally was to punch and kick, and that's so she enjoys doing that because that's what I programmed her to do. But she's intelligent; she can learn. So I mean, if you don't mind showing her some things, she can pick up. She'll never be like some kind of fighting master, but I mean, it might be better than just, what I programmed her to do.
Your people aren't typically hand-to-hand fighters, are you?
No. I like to stand back, have my drone
You seem
doing.
a little more on the delicate side.
Yeah, I don't like things I don't anything that would breach my containment.
I mean, not you personally. That's understandable, but I haven't fought with many Quarians.
Yeah, we like to attack from a distance, stay far back. Not really into the melee aspect of fighting. The farther the better. But that's what got me the idea for P2 is that she can get between me and whatever might be attacking me.
Your steel shield.
Right. Well, but yeah, but a thinking shield per se.
Oh, maybe I ought to show her some things.
P2, would you allow yourself to be trained by Dorian here so that you can pick up some combat, more physical styles rather than just punch kick?
That is not my decision to make. That is yours.
No, I would very much like for you to learn that. Is that something that you'd be willing that you're able to learn?
Are you instructing me to learn from the Asari?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Then I would be happy to oblige.
Well, I mean, obviously there are some things that I won't be able to teach her because a lot of what I do is biotics based. But again,
Master,
Sure.
can you program me for biotics?
I'd have to find a program. Can I? if I have a video, a hollow vid of something, is that something I could just upload to your memory bank so that you'd be able to take the video and load that to train your physical form?
Oh, are you asking out of character or in character?
No, in character. I'm asking.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
asking her if that's something I can do for her.
I can watch any video that you desire me to watch.
Well, what will you learn from that video? If I show you a video, will you learn the moves by watching a video?
I don't know. I have not tried yet.
So out of character, I have no idea. I would think of like showing her some kind of kung fu or ninja video, but I don't know anything like that because I don't know the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I can do a demonstration for her. As far as biotics, I think you have to be like biological, and obviously that's not going to work.
Right.
And not even every biological can use biotics. But
right. But what I'm thinking out of character, what I'm thinking is like to teach her, like have her watch somebody do a kung fu kata or a karate kata, and then she learns from that. So just by watching that. So
sure.
Or she could even like watch like a fight. If she watches a video of a fight, she might be able to pick up from watching that.
That makes sense.
Because my guy would not be able to program the fighting because he doesn't know how to fight. That's something that he wouldn't know how to do. So to program her to make the reactive moves for it, it's not something that he could teach her programming wise. But since she has a visual optics, she might be able to watch something and learn from watching. So
be easier if I had a partner. Is there anybody else who can fight that's around right now?
So P2J looks around.
I mean, I wonder, are we on the ship or on the base?
You're at the base.
Let's see. Obviously, I don't want to bring in the other players.
Is there anybody at the base with us? I can't remember. We had somebody that showed us around. Is there like there's a staff here and everything?
There is a staff here, yes. They're all like support staff, technical types and mechanics and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't remember many fighter types.
Is there anybody in the lab that works around the lab or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we said there was a staff of 15, if I recall.
Maybe I could ask our pilot to dance with me.
Oh yeah.
He could. I mean, like I would be gentle, but.
And then if the pilot doesn't want to, he might know somebody on the staff that might be a better fighter than him, or that might be more opted to fighting. Because all I probably experienced is like the cleanup crew and the people that work in the medical bay and things like that. So, or the mechanics bay, I should say. So I probably have not been too far from here.
All right. Do we have radios?
Yes. Like comm links. Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Then I'm gonna open a channel and say, "Hi, Ball. What's your hand-to-hand experience?"
So he comes over the intercom, or the intercom, but the comm link, and he says, "Well, that's kind of a personal question, don't you think?"
Let me rephrase. Would you be amenable to assisting me in a combat demonstration for Peraza's new droid?
Combat situation. So what, do you want me to jump in the ship and go blow something up?
No. Hand to hand.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll of persuasion check?
Do I have like a walkie-talkie comm as well? I can hear all this going on. Or?
Mhm.
Also,
Yep,
you're in
that's
the
a comm
room.
link.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh
think
yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, but I
Um,
want to grab my own comm link. I don't want to grab it from you.
13.
I suppose it ain't no Krogan or nothing I'm going to be helping out with, is it?
No, just you
Is
and
it-
me.
Well, then I suppose you'll owe me.
Highball, Captain, sir. This is Praza. Praza Namima. Do you know of somebody that is good at hand-to-hand combat? You're.
No, we lost Todd. What's going on?
Yeah, he's like flat out gone. He's like frozen in place.
Oh, we traded him for Missy, and now she's gone again. What's happening?
I'll wait to see if he comes back. Oh, starting to. Sorta. I'm wondering if he left his computer on again and didn't reboot.
Yeah, I was
Like
watching a
Monday?
video earlier or on YouTube, and my computer started doing a weird feedback thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is my signal to. I don't know why it does that, but it's my signal that I haven't restarted in a while. So
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
yes, you're back.
I didn't even know that I left. I'm just talking. I can see everything was fine with you guys, and all of a sudden you're like, I lost Todd. I'm like,
I'm right here.
I had no sign that I glitched. That was weird.
Okay, so you were saying?
So I was talking to the captain. I was saying to him, Captain, sir, so this is Praza Narmina. So we're if you don't want to fight, if you have somebody that's good with hand-to-hand combat, that's what we're looking for.
Well,
Over.
yeah. All right. Well, all those who are good at hand to hand, or I suppose were savvy with combat, but they're all away right now.
If you are willing to assist, please describe the nature of this favor that you're requiring.
Something equal to value. I don't exactly know right now. It depends upon how much I get pummeled.
That is acceptable. Maybe we should take this somewhere that's a little less.
More open. I don't want you.
Yeah,
guys.
I suppose that's true. I mean, I guess there's probably a little open space here, but not as much as I was imagining.
I'll
yeah,
meet you down in the gym. How's that?
I was gonna say, is there a gym area? Let's do that.
All right. Chimes out.
All right, P2J, we're going to go to the gym,
Okay.
so you can observe them fighting.
Okay, Master. Please lead away. Oh, wait. Do I need to walk in front of you?
No. We're if I say danger, we're in a dangerous situation. But right now, we're safe. This is our home. This is safe here.
Okay, then please lead the way.
Dorian, you're going to need to lead the way because I've never been to the gym. I didn't know we had one.
Then I'll head down to the gym.
And we'll follow in suit.
Okay. So she just kind of follows behind.
you were moving extremely well. I am so proud of you.
Thank you very much, but it is more of a reflection of your engineering genius than my capability.
Oh, well, thank you very much. This is exciting. I'm so happy that you're up and walking, and oh, this is so great. Is the gym close? Are we almost there?
Yeah, no, you guys get there to the gym. It's not a problem.
No, I'm saying that in character. I'm excited. I'm like, are we almost there?
Yeah, it's just down the hallway a piece. Probably several doors down.
You've really never been. I mean, how much of the ship have you seen?
I've been to my sleeping quarters, but I've been sleeping in the mechanic bay because I've been doing more hours working on P2J, and it's just easier to sleep there on one of the benches. And so, I've been going to where the food bay is. There's more room here than I've ever. I can't believe that this is our place to live in. I'm just that we all have our own rooms. We're not sharing. It's just, and that we're allowed to go everywhere. So it still hasn't sunk in. That
You feeling a little agoraphobic?
yes, yeah, yes. That I have never used that word before. Never understood that word before until now. Yes.
Well, to be perfectly honest, my quarters here are much bigger than my rooms on the Citadel too. So I can understand that a little bit. I mean, I had my own space, but yeah, it's more space than I need.
The first time I had my own space was when I met your sister, when I was at that hotel and I got my own room, and the door didn't lock. And so, I mean, I'd rather share a room with 6 people that locks than a door by myself in a room that doesn't lock. So that's the first time I had my own sleeping quarters. So
Rough part of town?
What's that?
Rough part of town?
Well, yes. I mean, it was yeah. I mean, I was chased by that guy, and we almost died and all that. But yeah, it was harrowing the first time we met.
That's right. That was strange.
Yes, yeah.
So you enter the gym. There's nobody else in there at this point. So it's largely quiet with the exception of the hum of the recycled air cooling the area off. The automatic lights click on, tick-ting, tick-ting, and light up the room.
I'm gonna take off my jacket and
Okay.
just do a little stretching.
So my character's strength is a 10, but hers is a 15. I'm gonna direct her. I'm like, P2J, I'd like to see maybe the weights over there. Can you lift some of those weights? I'd like, without harming or injuring yourself, to see how much you can lift.
Okay, so she bows and she says, "Right away, master." And wanders over to one of the benches and just proceeds to grab a bar that has like all the weights on it and just straining to lift it up. And she's like, "I failed, master."
All right, well, take some of the weights off and adjust till you can lift it.
So she looks at it a second and is like trying to figure it out. And she's like, takes her hand and is trying to figure out like the knobs at the end to, flip the release so she can take the weights off.
Can she take off the weights? Is that too much for her?
I'm going to go over and try to figure it out mechanically and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, no, she's just trying to negotiate. This is the first time she's ever
done
anything like this. So
fine motor control.
So yeah, and then she realizes, okay, this turns this way, that releases the cap, and then she can slide it, and then she slides the one off, and then takes like one weight off, and then goes over to the other one and does it again. And she starts and run into a process of trying to get this figured out, lifting the weights and getting that and making adjustments as she needs to. Highball comes walking down and enters the gym. He's just in jeans, t-shirt, his boots, and he's got like a coat and his, of course, cowboy hat on.
Oh, let's stop this for a moment. The captain is here. Let me introduce you to the captain, and we can watch the two of them do their fighting simulation.
Oh, I see, Praza. You got yourself a new friend.
I do. I made myself a new friend. Captain, sir, this is P2J. P2J. This is Captain Highball. You can call him Captain. And he'll be, well, he's the captain of our vessel. And Captain P2J is kind of she's my defense drone.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, P2J. And she says, "The pleasure is all mine, Captain San," and bows. And he says, so you got some of those subroutines off of the Japanese black market, it seems.
I did, yeah. Well, the Japanese black market, it's a little less expensive than like, and as far as protocol, it seemed it was easier to program with that diagnostic.
Well, to each their own.
Now, the trouble that we have here is P2J is programmed with the combat capabilities that Peraza understands.
Hit, punch,
so, they're fairly rudimentary. I thought it might be useful for her to make some observations of a little more sophisticated maneuvers.
All right. Give me a moment then, please. And he walks over to the side and tosses off his coat, sets his hat up on one of the racks, and out of the way takes off his shirt. Well built for a pilot.
That was my assumption by his build, that he probably knew a thing or two. Just a little bit. At least a little bit.
He's got kind of that Henry Cavill body going on.
Oh, darn.
Oh, gee.
A shame.
He's no Han Solo.
All right, as I'm not familiar with your particular capabilities, I will let you lead, and we'll just play this by ear. Just a very simple sparring exercise.
All right, so he slips back and gets into kind of a stance. Looks a little bit more pugilistic than martial arts of any nature.
That way, maybe she'll get two styles.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a d20?
All right. 17
okay.
plus. What should I?
Well, you're going first.
Modifier.
It won't matter. You're going first.
Okay. Oh, that was for initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang it! I wasted a good roll on initiative in a friendly situation.
So it is up to you what you're going to do.
Okay, I guess I'll start with a punch. See if we can.
Just a simple snapping out a jab at him.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, roll d20.
I don't have any real choreography in mind for this.
Okay.
15.
Right.
Are we? What modifiers are we using for that?
It would be just your basic 2 strike.
Oh wait, what is? Hold on. Unarmed. What I wrote down was to attack. I add proficiency and strength. Does that sound right?
Yes. In D&D, most all that goes off of strength, unless you have like a feat or something that pulls it off of dexterity, or if it's ranged. Range is dexterity.
Okay, so then that takes it to 19.
Okay, well that is a hit. Pop. Go ahead and roll 1d6.
You were supposed to dodge.
I'm gonna hit you now. Bam! Why didn't you
Three.
dodge?
3. Okay. 3. So he ends up getting caught. Now, typically whenever I do sparring in games in general, they're not like actual hit points. You're not, beating them down into a bloody puddle unless for some reason you specifically want to. Otherwise, it's by the time you get them to 0, you tap out.
Okay. I was going to say, if I can pull my punches, I'd rather do that, but...
Yeah, it's assumed you're already doing that.
Okay.
So you end up catching him. He swings with a kick to your legs. What is your armor class?
15.
15. That is a hit.
Oh.
Biff. For 4.
Wow, good thing I updated my hit points.
So he pivots with his leg, ends up striking you in your leg, so it's a low kick, causing you to buck a little bit, but doesn't, you don't fall over completely.
All right, well, she knows how to punch and kick. Let's try something a little more interesting. This time I'm going to go in and try and, throw him.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
See what happens.
Sure.
10.
10. Okay, so you grab a hold of him, or try to grab a hold of him, and he, grabs a hold of you as well. So you're kind of like deadlocked, like right there, and you don't get the momentum you'd hope to throw him. So he turns around and tries to throw you, since it's there. I mean, and your armor class is a 15?
Yep.
Okay. So after some tugging back and forth, you just narrowly slip. It was really, really close. And then he ends up kind of giving you a hip toss. Not like a full throw, but and ended up getting you down. You took a point.
It's all right. I know how to fall.
Oh, I didn't even think of throwing. That's okay. A PGJ. So did you see the throw? That's good.
All right, so now I'm on the floor, and I'll try and sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. Go ahead and roll.
16.
What's that?
16.
16. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll.
4.
See if he can make a dex check. No, he does not. So he ends up taking the hit, and he goes head over heel, just poof.
Kicking while on the ground. Wow. Great job.
So he ends up flying over and hitting the ground. Yeah. Jonathan's in the chat. He's like, yeah, Johnny. Get him a body bag.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, that guy passed away.
Oh.
The guy who actually quoted, the actor actually quoted that. He actually passed away 2 months after the episode he appeared in season 2.
Oh.
Really?
Yep. Because he was really dying of cancer.
I didn't know that.
That's why they wrote that in.
That's so sad.
I thought they made him look bad. I didn't know he actually
No, yeah, I didn't know that either. I didn't know that until he actually died.
Wow.
Man, I really like that show.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm glad he got to be a part of it anyway.
What's that?
I'm glad he got to be a part of it.
Yeah, me too. And you don't like Street Fighter.
I mean, it's...
I'm telling you. And it's a White Wolf system, so you're already familiar with it.
So
you swept. He ends up hitting the ground at this point. So he hits the ground. He tries to reach over and grab a hold of you, to try and give you an armbar.
All right.
No. So you're probably already trying to scramble to get back up to your feet or whatnot, and you rolled a bit and got out of the way.
Should we try a little wrestling, or is she not built for like ground fighting?
That's entirely up to you. What's your
I
strength?
mean, like, what's my strength? 15.
Out of how many? What's it usually go up to when you roll 3d6? What does it usually go up to?
18.
18.
That's pretty good.
So 15 is pretty good.
No, I wasn't asking if I was built for. Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
By the stats, I was thinking more like narratively. Does she look like she could
Yeah.
maneuver via wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you don't have to fully stand up. You could have rolled up to a crouch and then shoot for a take or something, a takedown or something.
All right. Sounds good. I mean, Brittany hasn't really done a lot of wrestling ever. I mean, besides being my sister's jujitsu dummy, did a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll leave it to your imagination.
So you shooting for a takedown?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
That's a 1.
Oh! So you throw yourself at him, and you misjudged the takedown, and you end up flying like right up and press right up into his stomach and chest area. So like your arms go past him, and you just like face plant like right into his body as he's standing up. And he pauses and he kind of looks and he says, "All right, so you wanted a hug." So he grabs a hold of you and tries to throw you back the other way like another hip toss.
P2J, I think that was a mistake. That's not a real move.
And so yeah, he ends up catching you for that one. So as you had enough time to like look up and realize, whoops, and so he ends up hip tossing you off to the side. You end up taking 2 points for that one.
Okay.
That was a real move.
All right. I'm just gonna keep rolling.
And Jonathan's all, hug that jerk, hug him.
8.
You got punch, kick, and now.
And what are you doing now?
Yeah. What do I don't know. What do I get with an 8?
Are you just trying to strike him or what?
I'm sure.
Okay, so you quickly get up to your feet and you try to throw a punch or whatnot. And that time he ducked a little bit out of the way, didn't get anywhere. This time he ends up throwing a punch to your body. Probably because you were getting up, you were still kind of hunched, so you lowered your guard to one side, and the punch got absorbed into your arm and your block, so you're okay there.
Okay, so punching specific areas is good. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I don't know, going behind him and giving an attack from behind. See if I can get anything with that.
So you're trying
That's
to.
a 7.
It's a what?
A 7.
Yes, hug me then punch me. Sounds like prom all over again. So you try to skirt around like to either side, kind of doing a little like a not really a shimmy, but like a scoot to try and sneak around to catch him to the other side, and all you do really is you faint, but he adjusts with you, so you don't really get any. He's still facing you. You don't really get anything out of it, unfortunately. So he snickers. And he spins around to sweep your leg as well to try and get you back.
All right.
I don't think that's enough. No, it is not. Okay, so he came really close, but you ended up lifting your leg like out of the way just in time, so his sweep went under you and missed.
I'm going to go for another throw.
Okay.
And 8.
Okay,
Again, switch dice again.
Okay, so you reach up and you try to grab him again, and he looks and he smiles and he says, "You're getting awfully close."
Okay, so this is what I programmed you to do, what she's doing now.
And he hip tosses you again. Just wait.
But
for,
you are
for another 2.
doing some good throwing moves. So we're learning from both of them, P2J. Okay.
Um.
And so
All right.
he steps back to give you a chance to get back up, and he says, "We did need to do this with an audience if that was what you were interested in."
Well, I don't plan to teach a droid any of that.
Any what?
Well, all right then.
What are you talking about?
Let's see if I can do something a little more acrobatic.
Okay.
I don't know. What's my dex? I guess I'm still fairly average-ish.
You're above average.
Strength really is more my thing than dex. Okay. Then I guess I'll just keep with the punching.
Oh, just gonna snap another jab or two at him. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. 18.
Oh, that is a hit.
That move.
1 for damage.
All right. So, you give him a clean 1-2. Was pretty quick. Didn't catch him quite the way you wanted to, but you got it in there. So you kind of bobbed and weaved and snuck in there. All right. So as you sneak in there and double tap him with those strikes, as you are in close, his intention is to grab you and to try and put you in a sleeper hold. Okay, which he does. So as you came in and right as you came off that other punch, he reached up around and then got his other arm around your neck, and you quickly start feeling your air passageway not intaking air. So no damage at this point. Next round, you're going to need to make a Constitution check.
Let's see.
I don't know if she can breathe. I don't know.
She's turning blue.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. She's already blue.
She's already blue. It looks bluer.
Yep, that's like a joke I used to put on dating profiles. It's like, if you choke a Smurf, what color does he turn?
Red.
I don't know. Well, I mean, my blood is purple, so I don't know if that makes a difference. Okay, how do you... what do I do to get out of it? Just,
You can do like an acrobatics roll or an athletics roll kind of thing to...
maybe I'll just try and, like, overpower his arm, since I'm more strength
Sure.
based.
Just power your way out of it.
Yeah. 17.
17.
Nice.
Okay, so let me see what he gets.
Strength check.
Not enough. Okay, so you like grab a hold of like his thumb or a digit or something and start peeling the arm back the other way to loosen his hold, and you end up breaking free. So he ends up going to try and knee you in the stomach. And completely misses, and the position, this is actually interesting. So you have a hold of his arm, or not his arm, but like his hand, and so it's kind of up in like this position as you literally peeled his arm away. He went to knee you and completely went off to the side. So at this point you were almost in kind of like a tango sort of dance position with the hand coming up like this and his leg thrusting around the other side, like you're in a in an interesting pose.
Again, I don't think that was intentional, P2J. That's very different.
She just giggles as she watches it.
This is very enlightening.
He says, "Just shut up and fight."
I may have to buy you a drink later. From our bar that we don't have to pay for.
Gonna buy you a free drink later.
Buy you a free drink.
I'll even pay double.
Okay, so I guess I'll try another throw.
Okay. Turn around, spin to a throw.
13.
13, not enough. So you had a hold of his hand, and the position he's in, he planted a little bit hard, and it looks like you're heavily hugging the one arm. Like there was a lot of value in it. You almost had it right, but when he planted, then it looks like you're kind of taking his arm and wrapping it around you, and it looks like a little bit more intimate of a hug.
So that's why I didn't program the throwing part. It doesn't always work right, and it certainly doesn't look right.
So he laughs I mean, you did the strain and everything, like ha, and didn't really go anywhere, and so he just kind of chuckled a little bit, and he ends up he goes to kick your legs out from under you from behind. at the kneecaps, and he is successful. So you end up like falling down forward in front of him, and he's like on top of you at this point, and you're underneath him.
All right, then I'll try and spin.
But you're actually facing the mat, not facing him.
Yeah. I'll try and throw him off so that I'm on top, I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna try to spin and change and
22.
Oh, all right. So you quickly grab a hold of him using some momentum as you spin around, and now he is on his back, and you are directly on top of him.
Any crushing damage?
Yeah, he took a point with that.
At this point, I'm gonna look at him, and then just kind of like feel a little awkward and stand up and help him up, and then just kind of like straighten myself, be like, so, I mean, I hope that was a little bit educational.
P2J, the attacking the weaker points like the knee and throat and stomach, and I didn't even think of the throwing aspect, and then the like attacking the legs from the ground. Were you able to add that to your fighting profile?
I certainly have I certainly have things to review.
All right.
I will need to rehearse them later on, though.
I can't make a sparring droid for you. That would, I was barely able to get the parts for you. Can you?
So she points across to the gym and she says, "What is that?"
What is she pointing at?
It's one of those human-sized like dummies that you use for takedowns and like jiu-jitsu holds and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a droid or anything, but it's like, a straight up dummy.
Just a very basic attack dummy is what it looks like. I would think.
If you like, I can show you how to use those too.
All right. Since the captain mentioned Japanese programming protocol, I wonder. I mean, the Japanese have known for fighting techniques. I wonder if the human, the Earthling Japanese. I know they have fighting styles, but I don't know what they're called. Maybe I could look something up that they do. Captain, do you know a fighting style the Japanese have?
I think it's called karate.
That's one of them. Yes. They have several that they're known for.
So I don't want her. I don't think she has the dexterity to use a gun, but she might have the dexterity to use simple weapons like knives and something along that line, like or a large knife or a club. Would karate would that use those, or is another fighting style that would be better than that?
For using a knife, I don't study those arts, so I don't generally know.
Well, I'm gonna research this karate and see if that's something I can find out that, and maybe I can get some videos on that.
So he goes walking back over to get his shirt back on.
Thank you, Captain.
Much obliged. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You as well.
I appreciate your willingness to participate.
Well, it's as you said, it was in Latin.
So obviously it's in a real combat situation. I don't know why I'm picking up his accent. In a real combat situation, your opponent is not just going to stand still like that dummy over there, but I can use it to show you some good striking points, and then obviously on a real opponent, you'll have a moving target that responds to you. So that makes it more difficult.
So I did not program her for weak points on a humanoid body, and I noticed during your combat when he struck your knees, that was definitely a weak point, and when he was strangling you, that was a weak point. So that's something that you can help her with. I mean, I can program some of that as well, but if you can show her on the attack dummy some of that might help as well.
Certainly.
So let's head on over to the attack dummy.
All right.
Okay.
You wanted to do it now? We can do that now.
If you're able to, yeah.
Sure.
So I mean, the dummy is just laying there.
Is it one of those stand-up ones, or it's laying there?
Yeah, it's laying down.
So would I have to hold it up so she can attack? She can show the attack. All right, then I do that.
Initially, yeah, and then for throws or whatnot. Then once it's on the ground, you can use it for position. It's good for positioning too when you throwing somebody down to the ground, or
Maybe
if
I
you're
don't
trying to
know
work on.
what dummy looks like. Because I was envisioning the kind that's just like the torso and the head.
Oh yeah, no. That's for striking purposes. I know which one you're talking about. No, this literally looks like a punching bag, but in the shape of a human without hands. So it'll have like a round head ish, and then it has 2 limbs and then 2 legs.
In the torso.
Yep, and a torso.
Don't suppose you could find me a picture if it's a real thing.
It is. I don't know the exact name of it. It might be like a. Let's see. Grappling dummy. There we go.
Grappling dummy. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm just gonna roll around on the floor with this thing. Okay, well, I guess then I'll take her over there and kind of explain, joints and organs as weak points, and where to hit and where not to hit, and on a humanoid. And while we're while we're at it, I'll go ahead and explain some of the differences in fighting non-humanoid, like how to fight a Turian and how to fight a Krogan, in as much as what some of the differences are,
Okay.
etc.
So
And
why
they-
don't
They
you
have the testicles in their chin, so that's
why don't you give me I don't really have anything in here for teaching. Why don't you give me a performance check as you attempt to, in essence, relay this?
5
Oh, wow.
with my modifiers.
here's the head. No, those are the feet.
I don't know. Maybe my mind is somewhere else right now.
Apparently it is.
Look for nearest
Yeah.
exit. Distract by pointing.
Yep.
That's good.
You were probably at this point distracted by the fact that Highball still had his shirt off.
Oh, I thought he left already.
No, he's at the other end of the gym. He's getting ready to leave.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough.
You probably caught him in the reflection too, so you were a little bit sneakier than usual. You're not looking over your shoulder. You could see him in the mirror, sort of thing. You're like, drinks.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And you can tell that she's distracted. You don't know by what, Praza, but you can tell she's distracted by something. Because she's like, so you want to take the head, and then you're going to do this with the head, and she's like, kind of like repeating certain things or like misappropriating words at certain points.
Diana, that's not the head, though. That's its feet. Dorian, sorry. You're holding the wrong part of the body, and you're saying head.
Um,
I mean, from my understanding, every species, this is the head. Is there a different species that their head's on the bottom? That they walk on their head?
Oh, you can answer that. The Hanar don't have traditional heads,
well,
although it's not on their butt. I mean, they don't have
I
traditional
would
heads.
expect that we'll be fighting many of those. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I should just demonstrate.
Oh, okay, sure. It might be less confusing.
Sometimes explaining things in words is a little harder
Yeah. I usually explain
when you're
things
used to just
programming.
doing it.
It's easier to type than it is to show.
Like if you were to explain to me exactly what you did to make your droid rather than just doing it yourself.
I think I would have a real hard time explaining to you how I made her.
Right.
Does that make me complicated, Master?
Yeah. Yes, you are complicated. Yes, in a good way.
That will make it hard to find a guy, wouldn't it?
Wait, now you're not trying to find a guy, PJ2.
No?
No, that was not part of your program. Did some subroutine slip by that I
Did I give her the wrong impression?
I'm sorry. I found a file that said K-drama.
I don't know what that is.
I will file that away for later then. Apologies.
Did you find a file called Fighting Techniques or Karate?
No, I have not.
Okay, that would be useful. K-drama? I need to look that up. I have no idea what that is. K-drama.
Wait, Todd doesn't know what that is?
No, I'm thinking that's like Korean drama is all I'm thinking about. But
They're basically like soap operas, a lot of them.
all right.
They're fun. A lot of them are really fun.
So is it like K-pop, but
Makes
it's
sense.
K-drama?
Yep.
I mean, in that they both came from Korea.
All right, there you go.
and they have very pretty people.
Are they translated in English at least?
The ones that make it to YouTube, or not YouTube, but Netflix do. They're subtitled.
Well, I'll have to look that up then.
I like the historical ones.
So no, Todd does not know this. So
I guess your students probably aren't old enough to be into K-dramas.
no. There is a Korean band that they like. I can't remember what it's called though.
Oh, I know it. I think I know what it is, but I can't remember either because I'm not really in the K-pop scene. Anyway, I'm just gonna roll something.
Okay.
BTS. That's the name of their band.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of it, and then I was like, no, that's an acronym that I use at work. That's not it. Okay, so trying to fight this dummy, and I rolled a 9.
Even the dummy's getting the better of you.
Okay, so in your frustration, you pick the dummy up to to throw a toss, and you misjudge the weight of the dummy, and you put more strength in it than you need to. So like you end up like doing the throw, but then you wing it by its arm, and it goes and it like goes flying a couple feet away.
All right. Well, that's probably enough for now.
Okay then.
Maybe
I'll look up some other fighting styles. I think you've observed enough today. But I just stay in low programming mode at this point. And just follow me, and we'll just kind of hang out.
Okay, Master. Do I need to put the weights back?
Oh, is that?
Yes,
is that
please.
Okay, yes, we'll do that.
Or if
Okay,
she's having
please wait for me. I cannot protect you while you were wandering away. I must put the weights back.
Oh no, I'll help you. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Put it back how you found it. That's a good idea.
I'll help clean up the place too.
Sure. So she goes back over and puts the the weights back onto the machine and reattaches it. Now she knows how to take it on and off without much of a problem.
We never did assess what your strength parameters are, but we can do it at a later date.
No, I was going to say
MechLab for a while. Do you have anything that you want to do, or anything that you need to do? I've been kind of wrapped up in my own world here for a while.
Who'd you say that to?
I'm saying that Dorian over here.
Okay.
Not particularly. I was just following up on local regulations. So just the usual. Actually, let's see if we have any contact from Robin Reeve and see where we are with her missing shipments. Because if I remember right from the recap, we left her a message.
Mm-hmm. You sure did. What we'll probably do is, since we're down so many people at this point, and I don't think Missy's going to be able to come back anytime soon. We're already about an hour and a half in, so we got a decent short game in, and hopefully next game we can jump off with the Robin Reeve.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Message and whatnot. So apologies to those who are watching. Obviously, we had stuff pop up. Happens sometimes. But we will be playing again. Let's see, Friday the 5th of March, which will be our vampire game, then Cyberpunk on the 6th. So if you want to tune in and check us out then, please do. Until then, you guys have a good night. Bye.
Thanks